Hey, welcome back, it's Stephen here, and today I'm pulling back the curtains on the successful personal brand strategies that the celebrities, influencers, and people you actually like online are using. Because they've cracked the code, and so can you. But before we dive in, I want to share something which is absolutely critical for you to know. Why is building a personal brand so important for you right now? In today's digital age, there are over 5 billion active social media users on our planet. That's literally more than half of the population. More and more people are turning to the digital age, social media, the internet for information, entertainment, and connections. Just imagine a vast ocean of digital content. Without a strong personal brand, you're just a drop in the ocean. You're going to get lost in the waves. But with a unique and powerful personal brand, you can be that lighthouse, that beacon that stands out and attracts people towards them. Because my friends, here's the kicker. If you don't start creating your personal brand, you're going to get lost in the sea. If you don't create it right now, you're going to get left behind. Every day, more and more people are creating their personal brand. They are grabbing that attention that you need. By simply not building your personal brand, you are literally giving away your share of the pie, giving away your audience and influencers to others. That's why, my friends, this video is so important to you. These strategies are not just tips, they are lifeboats that will save your personal brand from drowning in a sea of anonymity. So stay with me to the end because every second counts. Let's dive straight in to the 7 power moves that are going to forge your personal brand so you can stand out online, make an impact, and pull people towards you and be that beacon of light. Just like those celebrities and influencers that you admire. So number 1, you need to unleash your unique narrative. Now, what does that mean? Well, it means this. You have a story and your story needs to be told. From Oprah Winfrey's rags to riches tale to Elon Musk's journey of innovation, they all have a story. I'm sure you can remember the last TV program or movie you watched or story you told your children, but the last sales pitch will have been... We're interested in stories. Why are stories so important? Because they help you become remembered and you remain front of mind. That is absolutely vital in a world of social media. So how do you start? Well, you have to begin with practicing. You get rewarded in public for what you practice in private. I'm going to link around this video, probably in the description below, a very quick tutorial on how to get started telling your story and getting on camera in only 2 minutes a day. Practice in private, get rewarded in public. Tell your story, grab your mobile phone, share insights into that and share it with the world because that will make you stand out. You will be authentic, and authenticity is so important in a sea and world of social media. You want to come across as a human being. The world is craving it. COVID showed us that we wanted more people in our lives. If you're enjoying this so far, please smash the like button, press subscribe, ding that bell so you can get notified each week of a brand new video. Now, step number 2 is this. You need to hone your superpower, your skills. What is your unique skill that you have? Now, I can hear it right now, but I don't know what my unique skill is. Well, Beyonce's got vocals, Gordon Ramsay has got culinary mastery and a bit of foul language thrown in there, but what is yours? If you hang around to the video, I'm going to share something very, very unique with you. I'm going to share a secret. I'm going to share with you what I use with my clients. But right now, I've found a way to communicate on video. So grab a piece of paper, brain dump if you're not sure what your superpower is, what your unique skill is, but at least be aware of it so you can start to introduce it into the stories you're going to tell. The next step is about crafting that magnetic digital persona. Now, you could be charismatic like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson on his Instagram profile, or you could be high energy like Gary Vee is on his YouTube channel. The easiest way to achieve this is simply this. Be yourself. Use your personality, lean into your personality. The reason being is this: you'll attract the right audience and you'll detract the wrong ones. It's much easier to have a tribe around you that love you rather than the ones who are just going to go for clicks. Virality isn't necessarily, it will bring a lot of people to your content, but not necessarily the right audience. Through injecting your personality, we call this character content, you will pull the right people towards you, being that beacon of light for your audience. Now, the next step, and one of my my favorites is all around creating a community around you. Whether you're Emma Watson and into fair trade, or Kim Kardashian and her family who are creating craziness around cosmetics, you just need to pull people towards you through your content and then create a community, nurture them, give them a place to live. Now, I appreciate you might not be fortunate enough to have celebrity friends on speed dial. And you might not have high-profile people in your address book or in your email list. But you will have people around you who come to you for certain things, whether it's an answer to a question. Invite them into a place where you can nurture them. Because those 5 people will know 5 other people. And those new 5 people will know the other 5 people. And your community will start to grow. I did this 7-8 years ago with my old Facebook group, Tea with Steve. I was trying to build a community for people like me so I could hang around with them and we can learn together. You may or may not believe it, though I'm actually quite an introverted person. Hence why I built a community around people like me so we could support one another. However, that community blew up to over 800 people during COVID, and since then has generated between 40 and 50,000 pounds in revenue year on year. The great thing about a community is it gives you a sustainable business and you don't have to be pulling in this big following. You connect with the right people and you build a tribe. You build a family. Now, this next step I built my entire business and profile on, and it's this. Commit to high impact, consistent content. I'm saying something with depth, because content is king, consistency is the queen. You know, from Casey Neistat was doing vlogs back in the day and is still continuing that now. That's his content. It's high impact, it's got energy, it's got lots of personality and lots of him in it. Because consistent content keeps your audience coming back for more. Remember, stay front of mind. Whilst all this magpie content, TikTok shorts, reels is fantastic, it's great content for building brand awareness and short-term revenue, it's not going to sustain you and your business in the long run. If you decide to even build a business, you know, you'll get awareness, but as quick as a TikTok is made and created and put out to the world, just as quick it is lost. Now, I love short form content for brand awareness, but create some depth. Let me share with you how. If I was starting out fresh tomorrow with my personal brand, there is one of 2 things I would do. The first is a video podcast. That way, it's not all about me. Yes, I'll be there on screen interviewing, but it's all about the guests. So they do the hard work and I just pull the information out of them. The second is what I'm doing right now. It's an educational YouTube channel. Why? Because I'm creating depth with my content, I'm having connection with the audience, and I can make lots of that awareness content that I talked about earlier from this content, driving it all back into one place, creating rapport and depth with my audience. You can do this too. It's so important for this one reason. The long form content on a search-based platform like YouTube, either video, podcast, or educational videos like this, will stand the test of time. People will always come onto YouTube and searching content year in, year out. Whereas short form content, it's so quick, it's so dynamic, it gets lost in a sea of noise. This channel is here to serve you and give you what I didn't have back in the day. If there was something that I needed back in the day, it was this. So please press the subscribe button, share it with your friends, leave some comments down below because they are my fuel. I would love to feature you in a future video. The next step is content crossover. Collaborate with the giants. And you don't need them in the room to collaborate with them. Never underestimate the power of your competition or the power of people in your industry which you could leverage. Because if they've got profile, let's rub shoulders with them, shall we? Let's create content about them. Now, you could do this with the reporter style. You could have an article about somebody, it's in the press. You could pop that up beside you and you could do a running commentary. You could share your opinion on what they're doing in your industry, or you could leverage their profile and give your opinion on it, i.e. what I would do about X, Y, and Z's personal brand. I've mentioned Gary Vee, Beyonce, Gordon Ramsay, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. I could do that for you. I just might actually. Actually, that's not a bad idea. I'll put a link in the description because I did one on Lewis Capaldi, how he had challenges with tics on stage at Glastonbury, and what I would do to turn that mess into a message and create revenue. I'll put a link around this video so you can check that out later on. And step number 7, and this is a great one because you can really repurpose your content, and it's be omnipresent, which helps you become memorable. It helps you create a lasting impression on all of the social platforms you're on with minimal work. Just like Rihanna's lasting impression from music to cosmetics. But how, I hear you say? Well, it's simple. You turn that long form content into short form content. So if you've created a YouTube video, you clip it up and share those as TikToks, Reels, YouTube Shorts. You can take the audio out of the video and turn that into a podcast. You can grab the transcript and turn that into a written blog and then disseminate that across social platforms. Blog into tweets, blog into written social posts, audio podcast into audiograms, your YouTube video into shorts, TikToks and Reels. That way you're using the short form content to promote your personal genius, your personal brand. This is your guide for building your personal brand. It's a marathon, not a sprint. It will not happen overnight. Now, I promise you I would share my secret, my superpower, and I usually only dive into this with clients. I am a spiritual soul, and whether you are into that or not, I use channeling to connect with my clients and answer their questions and solve their problems. I'm very, very intuitive, and whether you're into it or not, it's served my clients getting millions of views on their videos and building six-figure businesses. Leaning into your intuition is the rocket fuel to building a personal brand. I want to give you a Brucey bonus, because when you're leaning into your intuition, it has to be fueled by something, and there's one thing that skyrockets that, and it's how to connect with your personal why. So watch the next video around here to see how you can connect with your why, identify it, and build a personal brand of purpose.